Okay, so you press that button.
Okay,
and it
it's
starts
recording.
moving.
Yep.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so today's
Keep an eye on me, Keith.
she does.
Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. We could please have a moment of silence. If we could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Steve.
Thank you. Councilperson Sarsfield. Here. Councilperson Freshwater. Here. Councilperson Boyd.
Here.
Councilperson Popacek.
Here.
Councilperson Canafari.
Here.
Council President Demka.
Here.
Mayor Riley.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, are there any public comments on any of the motions listed?
Hi, my name is Bob Heinrich. Bob Heinrich, I used to be involved here. But about 8 or 9 years ago, a couple of council members approached me and asked me if I'd take over the Baseball and Softball Association because it was kind of sliding downhill. And I said I would take it over for 2 years. Well, this is 8 years now. And thanks to Keith, I'm still there. But now, I just wanted to come and I really want to thank council members, the engineer, and everybody for what you do for us, especially the lights. I mean, it's going to make a huge, tremendous difference in how we can give the community recognition and also give the kids a place to play and keep them off the streets. Steve and Keith have been working very diligently over the past few years. And you guys made a commitment to us a couple of years ago and told us this was going to happen. And I was skeptical, but it happened. And I just want to say thank you so much because it means the world to the kids. And when they play under the lights, it's a whole different atmosphere for kids. I mean, we needed the field space. We just couldn't do it with the amount of daylight we had. So from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you for that, plus what Steve and Keith and his department do for us day in and day out. It just shows your commitment to the youth of the community. We appreciate that very, very much. So thank you. I applaud you. Believe me.
And Bob, I'd like to add to that too, that I'd like to thank all these guys here because when me and Mike first got on council 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago, 9 years ago.
You got roped into it too.
We fought for lights.
Yeah.
And we were told no. So that's why I want to thank everybody here for finally agreeing with us.
Believe me when I tell you it's the wave of the future because people don't have the ability to get home and to a field by 6 o'clock anymore. It's impossible. The rat race of this world just doesn't allow us to do that. We're bringing people from all different communities into our community, and they're partaking with our restaurants and things like that. So we really want to showcase what we have up there. We have a beautiful facility, believe me. It's known as Little PNC in the league. So, but it is a beautiful facility, and it does Carnegie proud very much. I did make a typographical error when I sent my request over to Steve. This should say Tuesday through Saturday, not Thursday through Saturday. I don't know if that can be corrected now or if I have to resubmit.
In triplicate.
In triplicate, okay. I have carbon paper, if that's okay. I'm old school.
Tuesday.
The other thing that I didn't know anything about this communications tower. I just didn't know how close that was to the elementary school.
It's,
It's
close.
It's on the
yeah,
right.
it's the corner of Washington Avenue and
Charles.
Charles, yeah.
Franklin and Charles.
Right.
Franklin.
So basically what it is, it's they utilize the telephone pole already, and then they put the small cell on top of that. They're replacing the pole that's there with a brand new one, but that's where it will be located at.
Okay, I don't know if anybody has watched the news, but in the past week, there's a school in California that Sprint had a tower within 75 feet of the school, and 7 kids developed cancer at this school. And Sprint has agreed to take that tower down because of the possibility, they're not admitting to anything, it's a possibility of I forget the term, but it's basically radiation. I don't know if you want to give that a second thought or not, but it is a true story. It's a Sprint tower, and it was on the news. I watched it, I want to say Thursday or Friday on the national news, but it is something you might want to consider. And I just thought I might bring it up.
That was one of the things that the planning commission had brought up to them. It wasn't in very much detail, but basically, with the cell phones and the earphones that they have, regardless, I mean, there's still an amount of that no matter what, but it was brought up at the meeting.
Yeah, I just thought I'd bring it up, that's all. I didn't know if anybody saw the news or anything about it, but it is a fact, it's on there. And like I said, Sprint did not admit any guilt, but they agreed to take the tower down and relocate it away from the school. So maybe another location. Just a thought.
I found the article. I'll check it out and see if it relates in any way to the facilities that are proposed.
He's good. You found the article already. He's the keeper. But thanks again. We appreciate it. I have to go to a church meeting, but I just,
Thank you.
I'm so dedicated. I'm so proud of my town and my council and the mayor and everything that you guys do, because as all you know, I'm a Carnegie guy, and you say something against Carnegie, the back of my neck just rubs the wrong way. So thank you very much for your time and your efforts, because I know you don't do it for the pay.
I just wanted to thank you, Bob. Really, I mean, when you took Little League over, it was in shambles. We didn't know if Little League was going to be around. But you turned it around, and I want to thank you. I mean, your heart has never stopped giving to Carnegie.
No, I'm all about kids. If you either see me up there or you'll see me at the Boys and Girls Club. I just, they're the future of our community, so we got to keep them happy and off the street if we can. But thanks again, we really appreciate it.
Thanks, Bob. It's nice to hear good comments. Okay, administration.
Good evening, everyone. Motion to approve the minutes from the council meeting on March 11th, 2019.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments?
Yes, I'd like to add here a notation that we held an executive session before coming out here on a police personnel matter.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Okay, finance.
Motion to approve the April 2019 bill list and bill list addendum.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments? Steve, roll call.
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari,
Yes.
Councilperson Popacek,
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to authorize payment of the March 2019 KLH Engineers invoice.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve?
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Popacek,
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari,
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to authorize payment to Musco Lighting Company in the amount of $84,354 for the installation of field lighting located at Chiota Field Number 2, and this is from the Carnegie Park Phase 3 development.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve?
Councilperson Papachek,
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari,
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to authorize payment to Spring City Electrical Manufacturing Company in the amount of $40,170 for the replacement of 6 decorative light poles along East Main Street.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve?
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Papachek,
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari,
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes. And I did have one comment on the last two as well. Just to note for 2C, for the Chiota Field lighting, we do get 50% of what is paid out back, and that's through the DCNR grant, so we will be getting a portion of those funds back. And for motion 2D, this is going to continue the replacement of some of the older decorative light poles that we have on East Main Street, which we are purchasing the lights, and Public Works is doing the removal and installation. Thank you.
You know, if we could get people to stop knocking them down, we could make a little progress on this little project.
Public Works?
I move to advertise the 2019 ABC sewer contract for continuing consent order sewer repairs.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
I move to permit the Carnegie Youth Athletic Association, CYAA, to utilize the 7th Avenue field Tuesdays through Saturday and Chiota Field 1 and 2, Monday through Sunday, beginning March 1st to October 31st, 2019.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
I move to permit the South Hills Senior Softball League to utilize 7th Avenue Field every Monday for their men's softball league beginning April 1st through August 30th, 2019.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Nothing for public safety tonight. Code enforcement and community development.
Madam President, I'm wondering if we should put table A until our solicitor has an opportunity to review that. Regarding the,
So what, we didn't have to conditional each application for this one yet, did we?
no, we have not had it yet. This is pending their approval, but
Actually, I don't think we need to vote on anything for this yet, because we need to have the hearing first. Right? Because what are they voting on here?
pending approval, that's what we're
Pending
going to vote
conditional.
on.
Correct, so like I said, either way, if it's necessary to keep it on or take it off. like
Yeah, we
you said,
can leave it on there until the next one.
hold off until we have the actual conditional use hearing, as long as we're, in the time period.
Yeah, we can hold off on that.
I just didn't know if it was necessary since it was
Or
recommended.
do you want it for advertising for the hearing? I'm sorry.
No, I just had it on there based on the recommendation. I didn't have it on there for the advertised. We've never did a motion for an advertisement for the hearing itself.
Yeah, then we're okay. We can wait until we have the actual hearing, and then at the hearing, we'll just handle the planning commission recommendation.
So do we have time to have the hearing within the allotted time at next month? Because we're done for the month. I don't know
Yeah,
how much
we
time
just
we're allowed.
We just need to advertise it twice in 2 successive weeks, no more than 7 days. So we can hit the middle, we can get that done in the middle 2 weeks of this month.
I guess what Councilperson Boyd would be asking, what's the time period that we have to make a decision from when the planning commission makes a recommendation? So would it be the 60
We don't-
days, the 45 days?
We just, our limit there is that we can't do it more than 30 days from when we give it to them. We can still we can still have there's not a deadline on the planning commission recommendation. We just couldn't we couldn't give it to the planning commission one day and then have the conditional use hearing approve it the next day. So we're okay on that. And then the application deadline would be, I think, 90 days for, because this was a co-location.
Correct.
Yes, so we're
So we
good.
should be fine with that.
Yeah.
So we're going to table 5A.
Second.
Motion to table 5A.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor? Opposed? Motion passes.
I do have a item B that is not on the agenda for everyone that we added. Item B is a motion to authorize Classic Landscaping Services to remove and replant a tree located at the corner of Mansfield and Chartiers in the amount not to exceed $950.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, roll call, Steve?
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Pavlicek,
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari,
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
We have committee reports, administration,
Nothing to say, Madam President.
finance,
Nothing this evening.
code enforcement and community development,
Nothing this evening, Madam President?
public works, public safety.
Nothing to see.
And I have nothing this evening either. Manager's report.
Just as an update, we're still working on the farmer's market, which I'm sure that the mayor will elaborate on a little bit, but we have a lot more of it to offer this year as far as having the first year under our belt. And number two, we may have some changes on the paving schedule for 2019. There was a road that the water company is currently working on. I believe it would be, maybe Keith can let me know if I'm wrong, Greenbrier, in the Greenbrier neighborhood, and they're going to be paving that and maybe use those funds to go towards another road. So we're currently working with the water company on that. That's all I have for this month.
What's next up?
Carnegie Volunteer Fire Department and EMS report.
Thank you, Madam President. We had 22 fire calls and 120 ambulance calls.
Mayor's report.
Thank you, Madam President. The department's activity for the month of March 2019, criminal arrests and citations 13, traffic stops 27, traffic citations 28, parking tickets 132, and complaints and self-initiated activity 892. April is a very, very busy month as far as events are concerned. I'm going to touch on a few of them this evening, but I'm sure, Maggie, I see you here, you'll be coming out to discuss them as well. On Thursday, April 11th at 6 p.m., we're celebrating National Library Week, and State Representative Anita Pullick will be up at the Carnegie, and they will enjoy storytelling by Mary Morgan, Scottish crafts, and other activities. On Friday, April 12th at 6:30, the Carnegie Boys and Girls Club Trivia Showdown, and that will be at the Indian Community Center. There are about 25 tickets left for this fun-filled evening, and the $35 ticket includes pizza, beer, setups, wine tasting, and ice cream. On Friday, April 26th at 6:30, we have the Carnegie Collier Rotary Sip Dinner and Auction. This will be held at the Pittsburgh Botanical Gardens. The cost is $125 per person, and for more information, you can go to the ccrotary.org. Saturday, April 27th, our fun community event, the 5K, the 12th Annual Quantum Spirits Carnegie Volunteer Fire Department 5K Run and Walk. Good news, we've extended the registration to April 12th. So you can now register up until April 12th and get the $20 price. If you do it after that, it will be $25. There will be prizes for overall male and female winners, and the top three female and male finishers in 8 age categories. I also want to let you know that you can still register on the day of the race as well. Sunday, April 28th, from noon to 4 in our Main Street parking lot, the Festival of Colors. And this is at the Indian Community Center. It will have music, performances. There's the colorful chalk packets that you can purchase for a small fee, and food. On Monday, April 29th, from 6 to 8:30, the Taste of Carlington, which is held at Chartiers Country Club, which President, you and I attended last year. It is
Very nice.
very delicious.
Yeah. Very good.
And it is a fundraiser for the Carlington Education Foundation. Monday, April 29th, 7 to 8 p.m., Chuck Beard of Abandoned Pittsburgh will be at the Carnegie, and he is going to be discussing his projects on rediscovering Pittsburgh. There are many more, and I'm sure you'll hear about them as different individuals get up to speak, but that is all I have for this evening, Madam President. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. General public comment? Any comments?
Come on down, Maggie.
Yeah, actually, I'm an emissary right now. Somebody asked me to say something on behalf of the Shade Tree Commission. They are doing a tree planting this Saturday. They have a dozen trees, so they're looking for volunteers. It's at 9 a.m. and there'll be food and whatever, but they need able-bodied people. They're meeting, and I don't have the address, where Marlene and Karen's business is?
About 17 East Main.
17 East Main. So I said I would bring that up. And there is a lot going on. I'm sad that I'm going to go to Taste of Carlington, and I can't go here at Chuck Beard at the library. We're going to sort of split our forces. Monday nights are turning out to be busy times, but he is terrific, and Taste of Carlington is terrific. Let's see, Carnegie Performing Arts Center is doing its performance of Heidi. This is a play, as opposed to a ballet. So there's words, Mike. But that's on Friday and Saturday, April 26th and 27th. Our biannual Civil War Symposium is on, because we always do it the same day as the race, but you're done by 9 and we're starting at 9. I think that's pretty much how it works. It's on April 27th. This is for, Civil War enthusiasts. We bring in 3 speakers. There's a hot lunch. It's fabulous. I am not a Civil War expert, but I always enjoy it. I always learn something, and I'm always amazed at the people who come out for this kind of program. We are celebrating our birthday. We celebrated the Borough's birthday. We're going to be celebrating our birthday with the Jimmy Adler Band. We're bringing back the blues to the Carnegie. It should be lots of fun. And we've started something new, and I encourage you, one, to come to our performances. But we've started to have such big crowds for our music hall performances that we're opening the library, the SV Post, and the Lincoln Gallery prior to a performance. And we found, lately there's been so many people that have never been here before, and it's just a way to socialize and for them to see it. And so this is on Friday, May 3rd at 7:30 p.m. and we'll have like something or other before the concert. And I'm running out of steam because it's just between all you said, Stacy, and all that's going on, we have to visit all of our websites and figure out what's happening. But if anybody wants a postcard, I know you got a postcard, right? I haven't seen you in our building, have I?
I knew I was getting called out to mess with it.
What?
I knew you were going to call me on that.
I thought I would.
Everybody likes to do that. Wait a second, you told me you went to a stage 62 performance.
I've been there before.
Okay, but I had not one of ours.
It's been a little while.
Yes, the stage 62 is fabulous. And, sorry, I should have done that. I'm sorry, what did you ask me?
What time is Civil War?
The symposium, that starts at 9. It's sort of a 9 to 3 with a hot lunch. Actually, actually, I'm going to say one more. This is
On
our
the
regular.
27th.
The 27th, but on next Saturday, I think it's this Saturday, the 13th. I'm going to be in Indianapolis, but it is our second Saturday Civil War talk. No, I'm wrong. There isn't. I'm just going to say this, the one in May, which is the second Saturday, it's called Muskets and Applejack, and it's about the role that booze played in the Civil War. So, maybe somebody would want to come hear that. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, Maggie.
Here, keep that over.
There's any free samples.
I know you're dying. You got it.
How do you follow Maggie? I should have gone first. Jeez. I'm Jean Williams. I live in Carnegie on Cathedral Court. And I just wanted to take a minute to say that last month, I talked to James from Second Baptist Church, I think that's his name. And it's right on Mansfield. And he said, why don't you come one Sunday? So I did. And a couple weeks ago, I visited, and I just had such a great time, and it was so welcoming. They caught my attention because not many churches that I know of, or any places of faith, really have a government relationship and really care about the community, at least that I can see visually. But normally, they have somebody here very often who are really following Carnegie. They're not all living in Carnegie, but they care. And so that resonated with me, and they let me say a few words. It was just wonderful, great music, great message. So I encourage everybody to really participate and show that there's value in everything, whether it's your faith or not. So also I wanted to thank everyone in front of me and some behind me as well, who I work at JFCS Career Development Center as a career counselor. And thanks to all of you, I've been given an okay to meet with clients on Fridays. And it's just been wonderful. It's been growing, and I've been working hard on Fridays instead of going out. That's a whole other story.
Hey, the girls are coming back, you better stop.
I understand, and I will take that into consideration. But please, anybody who knows of anybody who needs a job, is underemployed, unemployed, or maybe wants to transition, that's what we're here for, one-on-one career counseling. And the last thing that I wanted to mention is that Work Launch is a collaboration, and it is ending this year. It's the third year that Career Development Center and also Carnegie Library of Pittsburgh, we have a partnership along with other Carnegie libraries. And this Friday, there is a Career and Community Resource Fair from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. And that's right at Carnegie Library in Oakland. And you can connect with more than 20 different employers, and there's community resources, and I'll be one of the career counselors where you can have a one-on-one time and show me your resume. Let's develop a plan. So please take advantage. These are all free. And again, thank you to everybody for really helping JFCS. I really appreciate it.
What was the date?
Yeah,
11 a.m. to 1 p.m.?
That's this Friday. It's April 12th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You should be there. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. It's almost May. A month from tomorrow is our first crawl, May 10th. I just confirmed tonight that Wisdom World Beat Band will be at the corner of Broadway and Main, Jamaican band. It was really popular. So it's going to be year-round from now on. So May starts it, but it's going to be second Friday of every month, year-round. So hope to see all of you there. Thank you.
Hi, Debbie May. I was just wondering if you had any other updates since the survey last month.
We were just waiting to hear from the results of the survey. So basically everything that I know at the moment, and waiting to get the schedule for when they're going to come in and do basically the temporary fix with, what we talked about with the rock, how it is on your end. And I think that what they're going to do is just continue that, but we're just waiting on the results from the survey.
Do you have any idea how long?
I should know something, but, well, as far as where they're going, but I hope to know something by the end of the week.
Okay.
Okay? And I'll give you a call as soon as I know.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Okay. Councilwood and Welfare. Yes, anything?
Hey, it's baseball season. So I thought I'd give you a piece of trivia. In 1974, Hank Aaron hit his 715th home run, which then broke Babe Ruth's record. Happy Easter.
Just
Top
wanted
that,
to,
Gina.
that's hard to top that fact. I will say it's obviously like the weekend of the 27th is very busy. Easter is the 21st, which is most people's Easter. Our Easter, the Orthodox Easter, is also on the 28th that weekend. So that town, everything going on in town is going to be very busy with the Civil War, just a lot of things going on. But happy Easter to everybody. Don't forget to sign up for the 5K for our fire department, as well as the Cash Bash they're having in May. So don't forget to get your tickets for that. I think that's all I have for this evening. That's it. Thanks.
Just a reminder for the couple of Carnegie residents that are out here, if you see people walking around your neighborhood and they're obviously soliciting, they're supposed to be wearing a Carnegie badge. They will say, if you ask them, they will say to you, oh, my boss has that, or we have that back at the office. They're full of crap, because the ordinance specifically says you have to wear it, and it has to say Carnegie on it, it'll have their picture. We issue them, and it's not about the fee that we get paid. It's all about keeping the community safe and making sure that the borough knows who's walking around our streets knocking on people's doors.
Is that true for politicians too? Like if you're campaigning?
No, believe it or not, the law permits us to go wherever we want. But we can't use
So
the
like
mailbox.
door knocking, if you're door knocking as an individual on behalf of some the same thing?
I believe so.
Verizon just hit my door probably
Saturday.
half an hour before I got here. I mentioned it to them when I told them to go down to a public meeting, I'm going to tell the chief about it.
And it's Verizon is why I'm saying
Well,
it.
Verizon, I can tell you right now, they do it in every community. They dump their people in the community, and I get a lot of citations at court, especially from Ingram. When they do it in Ingram, I get a lot of citations. So, because they just dump them in there. And see, when they work in ours, they like go to Scott and they slide over it.
They're sneaky about it.
So the bottom line is, if you see them and you're not sure that somebody in your neighborhood doesn't belong there, they're knocking on doors, etc., dial 911. The police are happy to come check it out. And if they're soliciting without a permit, they'll ask them to stop, and that's that.
And that applies to all the businesses as well, right? Because
I believe so, yeah. I don't think it discriminates
business
between.
to business is different. I mean, if you're soliciting, just soliciting. But I mean, if you're selling, if that's what you do for a job and you're going to a business,
then you're allowed.
But if they have no solicitation in their window, I don't think you can go in.
well, that might be a different story. But
If it's
business-
posted.
Right.
Because there's a lot of like digital media people walking through Carnegie these days. And
Yeah.
do they have to have, they don't have to have it?
I don't know, I'm not that specific.
I'd have to look at the ordinance.
Yeah, that's something that we could take a look at. The issue hasn't come up yet, but even in a lot of cases, like if it's something where they don't need it, we still have them at least get the badge and we don't charge them, so that way if they go to someone's house, they can at least know that we okayed it.
See, the business is a public entity for the most part. Now, they have those soliciting is one, but they're public, where a residence is a private entity. So, and that's where you draw the line. You know, business to business soliciting, you know, people make a living doing that, and that's where the difference is drawn, I believe. Yeah, it's always that now, it's written. Right.
And I can tell you this too, as it relates to soliciting, once you become an elected person, that no solicitation just disappears. You can no longer read those words. given the number of times we have to go out and look for donations for different things, we can't even read no solicitation. We just walk in and say, hi, I'm here. Anyhow, if you see people that aren't supposed to be in your neighborhood, do the right thing, help your neighbors and help yourselves. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President. This past week, our community lost two what I consider icons to our community. Tom Brown, who was on our school board, and he was a very near dear friend of mine. Tom, you know, I would say his dedication to me, his loyalty was like a brother. So I will really miss Tom, and as I told his wife and daughter at the funeral home, he's a true example of what a warrior is. I mean, he fought the battle and succeeded and fought it again, and you know, from what his daughter told me, her dad was just tired and he was best. But Tom was just, he gave all he could to our community, to his country. He probably served in the Army, and Tom was just a really good guy. The other gentleman is Mr. McIntyre, who was actually my very first employer. You know, I was still in high school, and my dad got me a job there because that's where he got his gas. And you know, one thing that I learned at that early stage of my life, that customer service was #1. I mean, one thing, whether the customer was dead wrong, the customer was right. And he always treated his customers with care and compassion, and he was a really good guy, and I was always thankful that he gave me my first job, and I was excited as a kid, and you know, him and Mr. Snyder, and they were two really good guys, and he will also be missed. That's all I have, Madam President.
As was mentioned, April 21st is Easter Sunday. I went to the post office last week to get stamps, and I asked if they had any Easter stamps. And I was told that the government will not issue any Easter stamps anymore because it's religious. It was unbelievable. And I told them, I mean, and the girls were very nice, by the way. They were agreeing with me, actually. And I said, well, they give Christmas stamps. And they said, yeah, we know, that's religious too, but for some reason, the government says no more Easter stamps. I guess we're trying not to offend somebody, or taking the thing a little too far. But as everybody knows, or should know, our country was founded on Judeo-Christian principles. And the founders even said that our rights are from our Creator, meaning God, not from man, not especially those lunatics down in Congress right now. And our rights come from God. And it's, every time you turn around, they're trying to take God out of, they took him out of the schools a long time ago. We don't even say a prayer before our meetings anymore. And Steve, I'd like to know who the one, if you can look this up, who is the one who initiated this for our council meetings anyway, and with the reasoning, if I could use that term, reasoning, for us not praying before. And there's also a movement afoot to take under God out of our Pledge of Allegiance. It's like communism, but a little bit at a time. You don't miss, you'll say, oh, I can live with that. And then eventually something else is taken away from you. And then before you know it, it's all gone. It's just like one thing after another. I obviously I resent it. But I think we ought to get back to what the founders intended here. Our government was founded, and they said one nation, our rights are, we have inalienable rights. And what inalienable means is they cannot be taken away, especially by men. So I think, and obviously people aren't being taught government in schools, or they would know that. It's like anything that was important when we were growing up, geography, history, literature, government, It's not being taught anymore. They know all about diversity, equality, and hate speech. This generation here has to learn what our country was founded on, and I'm not just talking about Christianity, Judeo-Christianity. I'm talking about the rule of law. They're not learning that. It's all this new stuff that they're hearing that sounds good, free this, free that. And that's not what America is founded on. Anyway, that's enough.
Thanks, Emma.
I just wanted to wish everybody a happy and blessed Easter. Thank you. And that's all I have.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?